Hello, Gary Hernandez, and welcome to King Self-Defense with Master Gary Hernandez. In our fourth video on sitting at a table when you have an aggressive individual, this time we're going to talk about when you happen to have, again, I'm right-handed, so I like to keep my cane to where my right is. I can put it on my left, but I tend to always, and this is me, I just tend to keep it here. But now I happen to have an individual here. You remember how I talked about in the other video, I like to stay on that side and put them here. But there are times when I'm joining a couple or something and they're already seated, I'm not going to make them move. So I've got my cane here. And Mr. Mark is going to be helping us today also. So if he's from behind me, right, and he puts his hand on me like this, or he's got one hand and he's kind of holding me back from here. Now, if he lifts up the hit, I'm going to come up and I'm going to strike to his face. Now, I don't have the foam cane, so let me swap out so I can move a little faster, but not hurt Mr. Mark. So I'm here. He's got a hold of me. Remember, I always grab my cane from here. I'm trying to talk. So the minute his hand goes up, I strike really fast. Now, this is no different than we did earlier with Mr. Billy as the attacker, except for one. I have a body sitting here now. So I've got to be careful I don't smack this individual. And not to sound really mean, it's not so much that I'm worried that I'm going to hurt this individual as much as this individual is slowing my speed down because it hit the knee or something and I didn't get a chance to. So again, I'm here. He's got a hold of me. Now, first off, if he just hits me in the back of the head, he's got me. Remember what I said? He has the high ground. So anything coming down is massive force compared to me trying to punch up. But let's say he's talking to me, he's pushing me or something. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? And let's say his hand's not in a punching thing yet. He's pissed off, he's pointing at me, he's yelling and stuff like that. From that, I could strike quickly and catch him in the face. This is called a stunner. It may not knock him out. Even though it's a piece of wood and I'm hitting him in the face pretty good, I always consider these attacks stuns. If I get the perfect shot and he goes back and down for the count, that's great. But most of the time, that's not going to happen. It will buy time for me to stun him and get away. Remember what I talked about? I can use the table to stand up. Now, again, if he's over here behind me and all that, if I just stand up, he might take that as form of an aggression. He could shove me in the table or he could spin me around. He could knock me over. We talked about the chair. I know you're not wearing a cup, so I'm going to be very gentle. He's on top of me again. We talked about the chair. This is a metal chair, so I'm going to go slow so I don't hurt him. I'll shift it into his body, then turn and strike him. Again, watching out for this individual. Now, if you're married, I might be the only one that does this. My wife and me and any good friends of mine, we've talked about if, crap hits the fan, they need to give me distance. Because if I need to move and swing, I want them out of my way. So they know to go that way while I'm going that way. So you may want to, discuss that with your spouse. But now, another thing from here, go ahead and grab. I can't swing like this because look how it's going to go up. It's going to hit Mr. Billy. I don't want to hit him. It might hit the table. It might hit his knee and slow me down. So as he starts to turn me, and remember what I said about their hand on their shoulder. This is telling him if he turns me, go ahead, that's great. See how fast that is? But if he's holding me and he doesn't turn me and I start to do that, see, he felt that. He felt that. Now, I'm not going to try to get all fancy, try to pull him in or nothing. That's not going to work. It's going to cause an injury. First, I'm going to try to talk my way out of it. Hey, look, I'm sorry. And then I'm going to strike to the face. And as I strike, I'm going to try to get up. Now, I'm going to swap this one out. No, I better hang on this first. He puts me in a choke. I was meant to talk. So he's got me into a choke. But he's going to let me talk. From here, he's going to squeeze or he's going to pull me backwards or something. First thing I'm going to do is catch onto his arm. Now, I'm simply here. I'm simply going to strike to his face. Now, I'm going to strike him here hard so I don't hit him here, like this. But that's really meant to go here. He might try to pull me out of the chair. So I strike him. Can I hook him and bring him in and all that? This is the phone one. You can hook them, but when you hook somebody in tight, you better do something. Know what you're gonna do. I'm gonna go slow because I have the wood right here. As he's choking me, and go ahead and knock around me real hard. He's choking me. This is striking to his face, to his head, whatever's available. This hand is holding on. Go ahead and go hard. Up and over. Up and over. Notice what I'm doing. Let me swap here. Go ahead. Boom, just like that. So he starts choking before I get. So that's going to strike the face. From here, I'm striking the face. Understand it's a piece of wood. Notice this hand. Remember I told you this hand has the job? When he grabs, I go in. One of the things I do is I set my weight downward because he might want to try to pull me out of the chair. Now, from here, you can lock your legs around the chair and everything too. If the chair doesn't move, you can lock your legs around the chair. So he try to lift me up. He's going to have a hard time, and I can strike. What he would do if he was smart, and we're going to be gentle because this chair is not locked down, he could pull me backwards, pull the whole chair, me in the chair. Yep, there I go. Even if he starts to do that, I'm striking to the head, just like that. You have to strike. Again, I have a body here. Now, if this is a friend of mine, he's going to help, I hope. If not, we're no longer friends. So when I'm trying to talk my way out of this, he starts to grab me, I strike. He starts to turn me, I strike. Once I strike, then I got to get up. Because again, none of these are knockout techniques. Because I'm only going that far, that high. They're stunning techniques. Yes, a piece of wood does hurt when it hits in the face. A good shot will give you 30 seconds to a minute of him doing that. It might be less, but I need it to be enough time to allow me to stand up and either A, get away, or B, continue to defend myself. Not so much the assault, but defend myself. Thank you, sir. So hopefully that helps. Gary Hernandez, thank you very much. We will see you guys real soon. Thank you, Mr. Billy.